Take a time to meet your selected people while everyone is looking at you. It is not just that you are different, it is because you stand out. Ever notice how certain individuals can come into a room and everyone knows they're there, even if they don't say anything? They seem to have an unseen light that attracts attention to them. But wait, there's more. They didn't want the spotlight, and they're not contributing to it either. That is the type of power that the selected ones possess. If that's you, you understand what I mean. This is a fascinating truth. According to studies, individuals can detect when someone has confidence in them. However, what we're discussing here extends beyond trust. This is the quiet, unshakable attitude of someone who does not need praise or encouragement, but manages to capture everyone's attention. It's bizarre, scary. To be honest, it's a bit alarming. So what's happening here? Why is everyone waiting for you, watching everything you do and reading between the lines? So what do you know? Things will begin to fall apart if you remain put. Why? Everyone is staring at you right now, and it's virtually inevitable that they will tell you some facts that will make you laugh at how hilarious everything is. People are very interested in you, yet they do not completely comprehend you. You can always get folks interested in what you have to say. They will never really understand you, no matter how close they come. This isn't only because you avoid people. You have a depth that cannot be expressed by words alone. Some folks may believe they're coming closer and can see the complete image. Then something changes. A new layer appears, and they return to the beginning. It's like attempting to put together a jigsaw puzzle that becomes more difficult as more parts are added. You didn't go out of your way to keep this hidden. Even strangers may drive people nuts. You're just going about your day, not thinking about anything. However, they cannot stop thinking about you. They may pick up on signals about what you want, but there is always more to it than that. There's something missing. They are used to honest, easy to understand, and ordinary folks. But you move differently. You do not reveal all of your cards. And in a society when everyone wants to communicate about their lives, this little regulation seems almost strange. And now for the hilarious part. You don't understand. They're devoting all of their mental energy on locating you. Your mind is focused on your purpose, objective, or just finding some calm. You should not play that game. You're that way. People are becoming more interested in this unintentional conundrum, like a book they can't put down but don't completely comprehend. People will continue to have questions about you long after you are gone, almost bothered by what they don't grasp. That is what makes you stand out. You are always one step ahead of them. They kept going back for more because they were intrigued and impressed. Second, they feel compelled to fight for no reason. You don't take part, however. People have an odd desire to battle you, as if defeating you would somehow increase their value. They do not understand that you are not even playing. It was never about competitiveness for you. You do not measure your progress based on how you compare to others. Your objectives are personal and unrelated to what others are doing. People are perplexed by the absence of enthusiasm and competitiveness. They're accustomed to measuring their own achievement based on what others have done. That said, Not participating seems to be a struggle in and of itself. They are even more perplexed by the fact that you do not respond when they attempt to compete. They may gloat about their accomplishments or covertly criticize you, making you feel compelled to prove yourself. That is not possible with you, however. Though they are competing, it does not seem essential since you are so preoccupied with your own journey. Everything they do is irrelevant to you since you are focused on your own journey. People doubt themselves because they don't completely comprehend this relaxed, easygoing atmosphere. They may have a deep sense of loss. They were attempting to fight, but a victory without you means nothing. Your strength is like a rock that stands firm even when the wind blows. Your persistent presence makes you terrifying without even trying. You're informing them in a subtle manner. I'm not here to be better than you. I came here to improve myself from the day before. And it has a visible impact. It causes them to battle with their own flaws and question why their accomplishments are meaningless without your backing. They understand that their purpose wasn't just to defeat you. They wanted you to show them respect. Third, you have an incredible capacity to remain composed when things are rough. When awful things happen, people tend to worry, get upset, or behave rashly. But you have a great ability to remain cool when things become rough. That is not to say you are incapable of handling stress. You approach things differently. You remained fixed rather than whirling, as if you were viewing the pandemonium from a distance, allowing you to respond intelligently rather than aggressively. People notice this and get concerned since they often discover weaknesses in others when things are terrible. But you have unshakable strength. People are curious about why you seem to know something they don't. They don't comprehend how you two remain together. How do you remain present even when things go insane? They may even begin to feel weak when they are near you. They understand that their personal concerns and anxieties stand out stronger in contrast. Staying cool isn't enough. It's how you approach challenges, as if they were just part of the trip, rather than problems to be solved. This angle of view helps you maintain your equilibrium. People surrounding it can't help but notice the strength it exudes. What they may not realize is that you don't normally feel this peaceful. It was formed over time, and maybe via a few difficult occasions that prompted you to seek inner calm. You now understand that stressing out does not help. The true power comes from controlling how you react. They are unaware of their ability to remain calm and continue on without being distracted. Many individuals seem curious and anxious, as if they are constantly watching something unusual. They may not say it aloud. That's why you're remembered fourth. People expect you to fall, yet you keep moving up, even if they don't say it. Some individuals actually want you to fall. They do not enjoy watching you making progress. Achieve your objectives and push yourself to the maximum. Their lack of growth is reflected in yours, and it is simpler for them to see you fail than to confront their own lack of advancement. They wait with little smirks and murmured suspicions. You should be prepared to fail at some time, but the problem is that once you hit a wall, you don't remain down. Setbacks are not dead ends. They're only brief diversions. Most people would quit up at this point, but you figure out how to mend and improve things. Every defeat propels you not just back to where you started, but far higher, making you stronger. It's not luck. The decision to develop from each difficulty is a deliberate one. It also shocks people. They must witness as you not only improve, but also return wiser, sharper, and more motivated than before. Every time you walk up, they have to confront their own reasons for not wanting to proceed. They would prefer not look in the mirror, since your response reminds them of how afraid they are to even attempt. Since this is the case, you feel both affection and rage towards them. The script they developed for you isn't compatible with you. You don't illustrate how failure defines us. You demonstrate that fortitude works, and every time you get up, it knocks them out of their comfort zone and makes them question if they should be pushing themselves as well. 5 people should appreciate your energy, but not pay attention to it. You don't have to be loud to get your message across. Simply being there speaks more than words could possibly express. While many individuals try hard to stand out, you have a natural magnetic charisma that draws others to you. Your uniqueness stems from the fact that you do not play or attempt to be liked. It's the kind of quiet strength that doesn't need confirmation, yet still captures people's attention. It exists even if no one understands why. There is a slight but significant distinction between desiring attention and requesting respect. People who want attention need explanations. It's best if more people view them. External confirmation is often used as fuel. However, your energy is powerful, consistent, and controlled. It's not like you want other people to like you so much that they'll give it to you without hesitation. People seem to see a strength in you that they do not see every day. Something that causes others to pause and consider when they are around you. People think about both you and themselves. They may not believe in their own ambitions, have a need for admiration, or receive criticism that makes them feel horrible, even if this is not what you intended. Simply being there has this impact, since you seem so at peace in your own flesh. Others begin to question whether they feel the same way. Your calm leadership style is what sets you apart. It is not coerced. Avoid going too far. Just the truth. In a society that values being noticed, encountering someone who does not have to try is refreshing. However, it may also be terrifying. 6th, you expose them for what they are. People wear layers to cover their flaws, but your presence might bring them to the surface. It is not that you want to disclose them. Instead, your honesty makes it difficult for everyone to maintain appearances. The majority of individuals use masks in daily life, either to blend in, avoid criticism, or conceal defects. But when you come there, you offer something so genuine and pure that the masks begin to slip away. People believe you are seeing right through them, not because you are hunting for weaknesses, but because you refuse to give in to the easy man. You can see through the small chat, acting, and persistent need to satisfy others around you. It's tougher for individuals to behave and maintain the image they've worked so hard to establish. It seems that their honed charms and meticulous grins are no longer as effective as they once were. They still have an option. Be genuine, otherwise your appearance will make others apprehensive. Which seems to catch the truth. They would rather remain concealed. Some folks may be interested in this. I want to be in a true friendship. When some individuals discover they can't maintain the image they've created for others, they may feel vulnerable or even defensive. You don't have any negative feelings about them. In reality, it's the complete opposite. When you are content with who you are, it shines through the masks that other individuals have been wearing. They see honesty in you that they do not see in themselves in the mirror. People are open and honest with you. For better or worse, there is no place to hide. This is just a welcome. Sometimes it's difficult. It might be liberating to let go of the act and be authentic. 7th, you cease attempting to dominate them, which makes them feel vulnerable. When someone attempts to manipulate or persuade you, you don't respond in the manner they expect you to. You do not get furious or fight back. Instead, you maintain a cool distance. Fighting for power or making your point is not your goal. Those that attempt to corner you will be driven away, and you will depart without negotiating or fighting. You just leave. People are completely disarmed because they are accustomed to others going along with it, even if it means fighting back. But you don't even allow them that pleasure. They can't catch you since you've already left. Those who desire to be in command will find this technique unsettling. People are used to attempting to win their favor or dealing with their games, but you're a different tale. You choose your personal peace of mind above someone else's quest for power. You demonstrated that no one can force you to be someplace you don't want to be by walking away. This conveys a powerful message without you needing to say anything. You decided to come here not because you had to. You're gone the moment someone treads on your toes. Seeing you go makes them feel helpless. They wanted to be in control, but you aren't going along with it. Their sensation of being in command fades. The ability to hold water in your hands is impossible. It's slipped off quickly, the harder they squeezed. You're ready to depart now that you have the freedom. Situations that do not recognize your limitations are uncommon, and that is what distinguishes you. The people around you soon learn that attempting to control you or grasp on too tightly will only result in your loss. If you are both powerful and weak, making you difficult to predict, you are neither a closed or open book. People note that you have an unusual combination of strength and vulnerability, which makes you both welcoming and difficult to navigate. You may understand and care about people listening, but you are also solid in your own convictions. You are difficult to predict, since they do not know whose side you will be on. One minute you're friendly and demonstrate that you care. Next thing you know, you're adamant about your opinions or desires. This combination of characteristics is uncommon, and many others struggle to grasp it. They're accustomed to categorizing individuals into two types: those who are strong and distant, and those who are pleasant and prepared to compromise. However, you do not wish to be assigned to these groups. You now understand that being tough does not imply you are actually robust. It entails understanding when to let your guard down and when to defend yourself. This is what drives people insane. They believe you are both sensitive and independent. They can't prepare for or sway you since you constantly surprise them. Being strong does not prevent you from being injured. It entails being confident that you can overcome adversity without compromising your identity. Being candid is not indicative of weakness. It is about having enough confidence in yourself to be yourself, but only when you want to. People are intrigued by this difference, but they are unsure how to approach you since they believe your compassion is limited and your openness is profound. This keeps them engaged, makes them think, and reminds them that they are with someone who understands them better than most others. 9. You do not seek approval, and they do not get it. People around you are not like everyone else. In a society where approval is the most prized commodity, individuals are always seeking acceptance. It might take the shape of likes, praise, or a nod of agreement. You believe in your own value. You don't need others' approval to be comfortable in your own skin. Some people struggle to grasp your independence. People can't understand why their opinions, which seem so significant to them, aren't as important to you. It's as if they're locked in a conundrum. Your confidence is not based on the desire for others to notice you. It comes from someone who understands you've established your own foundation of self-confidence, which is so solid that no amount of praise or criticism from others can undermine it. Most individuals don't understand what this concept signifies. People are terrified because they know the difference. They may even attempt to manipulate you into seeking approval by seeing how you respond. But you don't mind every time they do. You don't need their approval to feel entire or realize how wonderful you are. Because you possess this attribute, you are both mysterious and appealing. People are attracted to you because you seem confident in a manner that is difficult for others to emulate. They're not sure how you do it either. You do not follow the same rules. You excel at both questioning and asserting yourself, making you free and untouchable. They believe that you cannot be touched by the standard affirmation game, forcing them to cope with their own concerns. The fact that you don't need their approval makes you very appealing. 10. They become angry because they can't read you. You don't wear your heart on your sleeve and don't let others see what you're thinking. Most individuals immediately reveal aspects of themselves to get to know someone. But you work differently. You conceal a lot. This evokes a sensation of awe that others cannot completely comprehend. They're accustomed to assessing others, themselves, and feeling in control of their relationships. But you don't answer all of their queries, which concerns them. You don't want to be difficult to locate. You just worry about your own privacy, independence, and inner life. You recognize that not everything must be communicated and that some things are best kept alone. You do not have to give up pieces of yourself to make others feel good or significant. People are anxious when they are in command of their own stories. You select when and how much they will disclose. Try to find out how you're feeling by observing your body language and emotions. However, they cannot. They are shocked by your depth, which they cannot readily access. They are not sure what you are going to say or do, therefore they're questioning their actions. They are perplexed by your erratic nature, leading them to believe that they are always approaching you. They are unaware that your peace represents strength rather than vulnerability. You are welcome, even if you do not place your cards on the table. And the fact that they cannot figure you out, that is precisely what keeps them both engaged and enraged. They don't understand how you can conceal aspects of yourself, and they don't believe someone so confident in themselves would do so. Number 11, they understand how significant your objective is to you. When others engage with you, they may sense an aura around them. You don't need to make an announcement, and what you say is irrelevant. It's how you hold yourself in the peaceful assurance of what you've accomplished and how you live your life with a plan. Other people can tell you're not motivated only by the daily grind. You're not here to pass the time or conform to the norm. You are being guided by a greater purpose, which emanates from inside you in a manner that is both enticing and uncomfortable to most others. Life is a sequence of acts they perform to fulfill their duties and get through the day. However, it is evident that your route is distinct. You're not just reacting to what's going on around you, you're moving in time with something far larger. Others are terrified, even if they don't completely see why it's frightening to be with someone who is actively creating something, molding it, and moving toward it with purpose and direction. You may sense this spirit without using words. People around you can't help but notice how much more energetic you are. You are not looking for accolades or to fit into a certain career. You're instead focused on something that propels you ahead, something others don't quite grasp or comprehend entirely. They are fascinated and want to learn more, but it also terrifies them since it reminds them that they are not even on the same level. And being conscious that they are not with you on your journey may be both intriguing and terrifying. They understand that you aren't merely existing. You're here to study, develop, and do things that most people can't conceive. 13, they begin to question who they are. When you're present, the fact that you exist alters things in ways that others aren't prepared for. It's not anything you do on purpose, but just being in the same environment as other people has an impact on them. You force individuals to confront aspects of themselves that they would rather avoid when they are around you. They can't conceal their emotions or pretend they don't feel nervous. They can't keep their eyes off of you since you resemble them. You act as a mirror, reflecting both their positive and negative characteristics. Things they may have tried hard to conceal. This concept has the potential to evoke a wide range of emotions. Some individuals find it difficult because it forces them to confront portions of themselves that they have been ignoring. When you give them the truth, it terrifies them, and they can't escape who they are while they're with you. Some others may admire your ability to be honest, perceiving it as a quality they wish they had. But I can't quite pull it out. Others are envious of your assurance and clarity, since it gives the impression that they don't know what to do or are uncertain. You are strong because you don't have to say anything. You do not need to teach them a lesson or point out their defects. People who are around you and can just be themselves are forced to reconsider the masks and identities they have created out of fear or to get favor from others. This may make some individuals uncomfortable, but it also encourages them to delve deeper into their identities. That way, you're not just living your life. People around you are changing because of you, regardless of what they believe. Finally, being picked does not imply that you are loved or seen by the majority of people. It's about how your life affects the world around you in significant ways. People have to confront their own truths because you are here, whether they are ready or not. You don't require validation, since your feeling of self-worth stems from something much more important than being liked by others. You have a strong sense of purpose in life, which annoys those who are still figuring out who they are. You aren't simply another face in the throng. Something about you makes individuals reconsider their identities, limits, and position in the world. You look nice and dangerous at the same time, and you don't pretend to be anything else. You stand out in a manner that is difficult to ignore. Some individuals could look up to you. Some individuals may be envious of you. They are all compelled to dig deeply inside and confront aspects of themselves they'd rather not. You aren't here to satisfy others or to obey their rules. Your objective here is to forge your own path, one that is strong, honest, and constantly focused on your ultimate goal. People who are watching you attempt to figure out who you are should keep doing what you're doing, because every time you walk or move, you become more like the person they don't quite comprehend but must know right now. The most powerful aspect of a chosen one is their sense of self, their secret, and their steadfast sense of mission. If you like this film and are prepared to embrace your power as a chosen one, please click the subscribe button below. Join a group to connect with others who desire to live their lives in their own unique manner. Follow along to see what happens next. Set up notifications to ensure you don't miss a single moment of this incredible event. It was as if you felt powerful. Share this with your friends and family and let us know what you think, so they may too discover their own religion. Together, we are unstoppable. Come together to continue evolving and influencing the world around us. Sign up today. The greatest is yet to come. God bless you.